Hello, everyone's. Welcome to episode 18 of CoCo from the Dark podcast, day 10 10 of Podmas. So I got some downloads, and as I was getting the downloads, I started to like, once I got to the bottom of the page, I started feeling more like I wanted to connect during, in real time. So here we are. So some of the first messages that I was getting is, I don't know, there's like this energy of cloudiness in the collective. There's like, I don't know if it's the weather, the planetary alignment, or what it is, but there's this energy of needing to, whenever you see this, to treat this day like a Sunday, where there's rest and relaxation. I heard Sunday, one day, like connecting with oneself, with the inner self, like being one with the self, with the most high, with nature, with the universe, with your higher self, whomever, if you know, you know. And I got rest day, and it says be in the moment with the self, flow, no schedules if you can help it. And in quotations, we got not adding to your plate, but finishing what you already have on your plate. Like we always like to do specific tasks, add things to our schedule, especially around this time of year when we want to get the house together for the holidays, or even if it's not about the holidays, it's like just things that you want to get done or things that you want to improve either around the house or in the office, whatever. But this feels like a time to just take care of, I'm hearing that, take care of home. You don't have to worry about your girl. Y'all know that song? Is it take care of home? Take care of home, even if you keep her first. I'm gonna look this one up because I know it really does not have anything to do with the message, but the song came up, and we know that when the song comes up, it's for a reason. So, but we did get that, it's because you need to take care of home. Why is it not okay? Take care of home. It's Dave Hollister. Dave Hollister keeps coming up. You might like that brand. Is that still a brand? I don't know. Hollister. You might like that brand of clothes. The name Dave may be significant, or the name Hollister, but or you just like his music, because his music was the truth. I'm not gonna lie, but I just feel like there's this energy of like calmness, and even in my day today, it's the end of the day now, but it's been very chill and very relaxed. Like I usually have like a kind of schedule of, it's like a really lax schedule, but a kind of schedule of what I like to do on the weekend, especially on my Sundays. But today it was like I did a little bit. I sat down, watched TV. I did a little bit more. I took a nap. I did a little bit more, and now I'm here. But it's like go with the flow. Like if you have a schedule, you can keep your schedule, but you don't have to like do everything at one time, and you don't have to add to anything on today, because there's always tomorrow. Like you have to make time for yourself. You have to get your mental health, your emotional health together. Excuse me. Thank you. Like, look, when I hit record on the camera, I just get gaseous, and it's like, while there is an energy of a lot of releasing going on, like a lot of moving out of the old and making room for newness, there is still like an energy of like things being trapped within the self that need to be connected with. And I feel like today, whenever you see this, but today is like a really good day for that, especially with the new moon coming about on the 12th. Today is the 10th currently, but yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the messages. Did I say that not adding to your plate but finishing what you already have was in quotations? But okay, so self-care with self-love. A lot of people like to mix the two and think that if you are doing self-care, like body maintenance, that you're doing self-love. Like, while yes, it is a form of self-love, it's not enough. You have to be intentional with these self-care routines. It's not just so you can look good. I mean, it's when you look good you feel good, but you also have to connect with those inner parts of you as well. You have to connect with, how am I feeling today? Like, if I'm feeling a certain way, why am I feeling this way? Can I do something about it right now? If I can't do something about it right now, why am I stressing over it? Like, one of the cards that I did get was anxiety, but I feel like this card is what made me go on and hit record. I feel like, because I wanted to get the vibe, because I was feeling very relaxed and very in flow. And a part of me was feeling like I was being unproductive, even though I know I was being productive, but I felt like I was being unproductive. And so there was like these thoughts arising, like, should I be doing more, or should I just go on and do all of this at one time? So I feel like even in your moments when you can be relaxed, when there's like no stress for time, no need to rush, you still have this anxiety. But I also feel like you connect with that, or you are in the process of learning to connect with that and learning to, just be in the ebb and flow. Like, life happens, just I just keep hearing go with the flow. Just go with the flow of it, instead of like always stressing about every little detail of everything. You connect with, okay, this is enough. I don't have to, like, okay, so I can do without that, or okay, so I'm a few minutes late, so but that's okay. I'm here, or I'm on my way, or like, there's this need to not stress so much, not feel so much pressure. I might have connected with the messages that I wrote down in saying that instead of reading, but it's okay. So, maintenance of the body is good, but add intention of loving the self with your self care routines. Connecting with how you feel, breathing. We've been talking about breathing a lot. Um, I have noticed that I am calmer myself when I engage in breathing practices, like, especially like when I'm around other energies. I I've learned to breathe more, because I am so empathic. I do pick up on so many people's energies, that in the moment when people are projecting, you don't feel like it's a projection. You feel like it's your feelings. But if you just take time to breathe and connect with yourself, and you're like, okay, well, I wasn't feeling like this a minute ago. Then I got around such and such and so and so, and I started feeling that way. Okay, so those are their feelings. So let me get back to me. Let me connect back to me. So breathing is very helpful. Okay, period of transformation. So I feel like there is the reason why we are in this energy of, I'm saying, like, that, how when you see the movies of people in space, they're like, the gravity is like, we're in this period of, the word was coming to me. What's the word? I don't know. I don't want to get stuck on it, because I'll be sitting here trying to figure it out, child. But the phrase in quotations came up, oven bake time. So it's like, you don't want to pull what you're cooking out of the oven before it's done. You want to make sure it's done. You want to make sure everything's all, juicy, tender, or baked to perfection. How, whatever you're cooking, you want to make sure that it's right. So that waiting period, that transformative period, is the most, that's the most important time. You can't start a dish off and it's watery and get it to like a firmness or like a doneness without that period of stagnation without that period. And then when you say stagnation, it's like a negative connotation with it sometimes, but sometimes we need that stagnation in order to like ground ourselves and get ourselves back to where it is that we need to be as far as our vibrations. Like if you're busy during the week, you're doing all this, you're ripping here, running here, doing this work, helping these people out, you need time for yourself. You need time to just chill. Hey, so of course, I heard not before it's done. We got that. Being aware of the loved ones around you. I did get that this is also a good time to rejuvenate around those who pour into you as you pour into them. I didn't finish reading. Be aware of the loved ones around you in this time, in spirit and in your life. Connecting with those whom you feel safe and loved around. And there's this energy also of thinking positive when these anxious thoughts come into your mind. Like I said earlier, like think positive. Like, okay, so I'm a few minutes late, but I'll get there. Like, and if I miss an appointment, I can just make another appointment. Remaining positive as possible. It says there seems to be a knowing of elevation in the collective. So you may feel like, oh my God, something is about to happen. I don't know what. And I actually feel as though you were feeling like this before you got into this space of like cloudiness, or I don't know why I'm hearing judgment. Maybe you were around some people who were like really judgy of you, and maybe that's what started getting your energy off. But now I'm hearing being mindful of your empathy, your gifts of empathy. You have to make sure that you connect with those feelings and you clear out what does not belong to you. Other people's feelings can become our own if we allow for them to become our own. An increase in the flow of an increase in the flow of or with patience. So I feel like we are getting more into a space of being okay with isolation, being okay with the rest period, being okay with just actually chilling. Like, especially if you are one of those people who work, or you're always doing something during the week. Like when you get into this space of where you can be still, you're enjoying it more instead of feeling like you should be doing something or feeling like loneliness or something like that. I feel like there's a more connection with solitude, with patience, with non-movement. I keep trying to figure out that word. I want to figure it out, y'all, because maybe it is important because it keeps coming up and I keep seeing someone, like I'm seeing someone like paused. Hold on, hold on. Okay, the word is suspension. And it says the temporary prevention of something from continuing or being enforced. It feels like because I said I was seeing someone, like I was seeing them like in the like without gravity, but then I started seeing it like paused, and then the word just kept coming up, but it wasn't coming up. You're trying to figure out the word and you just can't quite get it. It's suspension. It feels like what I'm picturing in my mind's eye right now is someone being picked up and held, like, just bear with me. And then things are like being prepared down here, like really swiftly. Like this is a table right here, so but things like being prepared right here, where you're just being suspended. You're right while you're right here. You can't do anything. You aren't doing anything. Some of you may be like kicking and screaming or whatever, putting up a fuss. But there are like things being prepared, like under you, and being perfected and placed where they need to be placed. And then eventually at some point you're going to be placed back where you need to be. And it's like this is like a transformative period. I don't know, it's like, yes, you are up here, maybe not doing nothing, maybe not doing much, doing what you can, and down here there's where the transformation is. It just feels like a lot of things are going on. I don't really want to say behind the scenes, but it just very much so may be behind the scenes that things are going on for you. And that's why in this moment, this transformation period, things may feel a bit off from time to time, because I'm feeling like sometimes you feel in flow and sometimes you feel a bit chaotic, or things feel like that around you. But it's part of the process. Trust the process. Um, Not rushing what you know is destined for you. Increased faith, belief, and positivity incoming. Connecting with those anxious feelings in a more structured way. And that sentence that's what made me pick up, put my pen down and pick up the camera, because connecting with the anxious feelings in a more structured way made me feel like, yes, you're connecting more with, you're having anxiety about some things, but you're connecting more. I just saw 15:15 on the clock, but you're connecting more with it. You're connecting more. I just keep hearing you're connecting more. You are connecting more. And when you connect, when you take time to connect, it makes things easier for you. Like, I'm not going to lie. I know the stagnation can be hard for some people. Like I say, like I've been saying, is especially if you're someone who's like a workaholic, or you feel like you just have to be doing something, you just have to do something. But having moments of rest and moments of peace are very much so beneficial to getting done the things that you need to get done. You can, be in a more receptive mode of things that are flowing in for you. You can be in a more receptive mode of receiving like answers to questions that you may have. Just like right now, when I was trying to figure that word out, I had to pause and I just sat back. I just sat back and I was like, what is that word? And I just kept picturing, the image was just in my head, and I'm like, what is that word called? What is it called? And I was like entering into the search engine, like pause in motion or something like that, and it just wasn't coming up. And I'm like, what's the word? And it just, as I was just relaxing, the word came to me: suspended, suspension, being suspended. I don't know if that word may be significant to you, but suspension, being suspended in time. Cats may be significant. The shape of a circle may be significant. And we got this color purple. The color purple may be significant. Red as well. Archangel Gabriel may be significant. I think it was in, I can't, yeah, I'll be trying to figure out which episodes when I wanted, like, but I don't know. But the name Gabriel came up before in a reading. I'm hearing speak with love. I really feel like this is a time of connecting with the self, because this angel of love, like we just spoke about yesterday, 18:18. I saw 15:15 and 18:18 on the clock. But we just spoke about on the last episode how pink associated with the heart chakra is about love for the self, about self-love, and it's coming up again. It feels like this energy of, I don't know, I keep feeling like there's something that needs to be said in order for, maybe you need therapy, or maybe you need to do what we suggested about, video logging yourself for yourself. But I feel like there's some things that need to be said so as to work through some sort of emotions, some sort of emotions of things happening in your life. I'm also feeling like speaking up on I'm hearing speaking affirmations about money. There's something about money. It's like the money is coming, is what I'm hearing. The money is coming for you or to you, but you have to speak these words of affirmations in order for your rest period, for your transformation time into this money to be more flowy, to be more positive, because it may look like that, you know, this money is not coming in for you, or this abundance. It doesn't have to be finances, but I mean, that's what's on the table is finances, but it may just be like some sort of physical, tangible abundance that you are waiting on. And in order for you to stay in a more high vibrational state, there's this need for you to speak affirmations. Whatever you are desiring or requesting or working towards is coming for you. This is that's on it's the most wonderful time of the it's like that's not a lie. It's the truth. But you have to tap into that. You gotta tap into that magic of this time of year. Like I've been saying that, like this is the most magical time of the year. This is the time where your manifestations can really like come into play. Like when you're speaking these, when you want these New Year's resolutions to come in, it's better to start the resolutions in December and, you know, carry them on into the new year than it is to just be like, oh, I'm gonna wait till the first. But, you know, a lot of people always like, this is what I want to do and I'm gonna wait till the first to do it. But it's best if you start now and like have it already into effect or into some sort of routine as you're going into the new year so that it can keep continuing on. It'll be like you'll be more into the swing of it, you know, instead of like just starting it on the first. I don't know. I just feel like it's more beneficial to start now. So you may be somebody who does like the New Year's resolutions, but then when by the end of January, it may not even be the end of January, but you're not doing it. It's not something that you continue on with, but you set New Year's resolutions. It's like you got good intentions. You might start off strong, but you don't hold on to it. And that's because you don't this something about setting that timing. It's just, I don't know, it feels like it just throws people off. That's just how I feel. I don't know. Something is getting balanced or needing to be balanced. I'm seeing a lot of blues here. There's something that needs to be spoken. Something that you need to speak up about. Whether you are speaking it in private or out loud to someone or in public. Maybe you could be a public speaker or want to be a public speaker. Phoenix is coming up. But there's some things that need to be spoken. Something being held back that needs to be spoken. Something about a truth I'm hearing. Horns may be significant. I'm even seeing someone, you know, if you know Memphis, you know, it may be other places as well, but if you know Memphis, you know, they have like these really tall drinks on Beale Street, and they kind of like, they're like wide at the top, then they get skinny, and then wide again at the bottom. I'm seeing that. I'm hearing something about Vegas. I'm hearing something about new scents, maybe for the home or for the body. Something about new scents. Something about loud engines, loud either motorcycles. That's confirmation for the message, but it's also like a message for someone that you're going to be hearing a motorcycle or a loud engine for some sort of confirmation that you're looking for. I just keep hearing speak your truth. Speak your truth. Speak your truth. We're gonna get two more Okay. We're going to get 3 more and then we'll get to the love messages and then close out. What I feel like is there has been a lot of energy sent at you, sent towards you, and it's either been people doing it intentionally, sending this energy at you or to you intentionally, and or it's been unintentional, but you know, whether they intend to or not, they're still doing it. But I feel like you're fighting through it. I feel like also it's causing some sort of transformation within you. It's like, you know how the transformers, they only transform when there's trouble, and it's like there's some sort of transformation that is taking place within you or around you because of the things that are attacking you. This is my winning season. Repeat that to yourself if you need to. If you don't, then okay, but if you need to, this is my winning season. I feel as though there are some energies that you need to disconnect from. Like these, there are some energies that are within you that you feel like are yours, but they're not yours. It's like someone sending someone or someone's, they're sending energies to you, or you're just really connecting with the energies of the collective or people around you. This is what you should be feeling. This is your energy. I feel this deep in my soul that this is your energy. But you keep picking up on energies like this and like this. You keep feeling like sad and depressed, or you just keep feeling anxious, or I don't know, but those aren't your feelings. It may be some things in your life that could make you feel that way, but you're not holding on to that, but you still feel it. I don't know how to explain it. It's like you are in a state where you want to let something go, but it keeps coming at you, and that's because people are throwing it at you. I'm even feeling like you may feel like you're in the same position that you've been in like for a long time, but you're in a new space. You're very much so in a new space in your life, in your energy. So let's get some love messages. This deck wants to be shuffled. Let me pause it because I'm running out of storage space. Hold on. Okay, so what came out is my guides speak to me through music. We already know that, so there might be some music that you need to connect to or you have been connecting to recently. Decide, envision, manifest, reap, because we are in the most magical season of our year, of our manifestation period. And it says, all of my decisions are protected. I need only decide and put forth the effort. You are protected. I keep feeling like you're in a decision period. That's why I feel stagnant. You're in a decision period. Like, okay, is this what I really want? In a few days, in a few weeks, in a few months, in a few years, is this still going to be what I want? Okay, if this is what I want, then this is what I'm going to move towards. And if it's not, then what do I really want? Okay, what is it that you want, Craig? That is a name from Friday. If you don't know, we're a household that watches Friday. So Craig may be significant, but I'm not really calling out a Craig. I'm just Craig. I feel like, okay, so I'm getting the message to write out your Christmas list. Not the big things, because the Most High already knows the big things that you want. Those little things, like, you know, Papa's got a brand new bag. I don't know. You want a brand new bag? Want a new car? That's kind of a big thing. Kind of not. We won't do car. We won't do car and house and husband, wife, and things like that. I feel like all of that, the Most High already. What is it that you need, like right now in this moment? You need a little finances. You need a little money. You need a little groceries. You need some new clothes. You need some new furniture. You want some Christmas decor. Like, what is it that you need right now or that you want right now? Not something that is very much so long term. And I feel like the goal is for you to start small in order for you to see your manifestations come in more swiftly. To make you a believer. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe. Believe. I'm hearing something about letting go of control. Letting go of control of timing. This is the love portion of the reading. I feel like there's a relationship that is in the very beginning stages. Either it's in the very beginning stages or it hasn't started yet. But I feel like there's a relationship, a connection that's in the very, very beginning stages, like newborn beginning stages or about to be born, about to come into fruition type of stages. And I feel like there is this need. What I feel is that somebody's going to be rushing. You're going to get into this connection or you're going to meet this person and it's going to feel so good that you're going to want to rush things. But I feel as though you just need to go with the flow. Like, don't get anxious. Don't start thinking so far ahead in the beginning. It's good to think far ahead, especially if you're in a space where you want to get married and things like that. But like in the first few days, first couple of weeks of a connection, you don't want to be pressured about marriage and children and all of that good stuff. Like, it'll come naturally if it's meant to come about in this connection. And I feel like it's because the rushing is because of things that have happened in relationships in your past. So the guidance that I feel is to, when you feel that urgency of rushing through something, connect with it, because that just means that there's something that needs to be healed. It feels like there was this energy of feeling like, okay, this is my person, we're going to get married. And you feel like that early on. And so you start to ignore some of the signs or some of their little quirks that they're quirks in the beginning, but then in the long run, you like, that is so annoying, or I just can't deal with that. It's that message again of deciding what it is that you want in a person, in a relationship, in a connection, and sticking to that and not deviating from it. I just saw 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0, the countdown. Okay, look, I feel love in your energy. I feel self-love in your energy. I feel a need to connect more with the self-love. And I also feel this energy of like connecting with a person. They're either coming in for you or they just got here. And there's still this need of like more healing within the self, more healing with how you think about relationships, how you think about the people that you want to be in relationships and connections with for the long run. You don't have to rush what's destined for you. What's for you is for you, and it won't pass you up. So I don't know. I'm getting a separate message. I feel like someone. So it's like this message of someone wants to rush in, but they don't want to rush in the connection. Does that make sense? Like, they want to hurry up and come in and like meet you or connect with you, but they don't want to rush the connection. I just saw 333, 3333. I just saw it twice, so I don't know, but that may be a message for someone. But I know that for sure it's confirmation. So anyway, that is your message. I thank you all so much for being here. I send you so much love and so much light, and I will see you on the next one. Love and light. Namaste.